Hey friends, let's talk about a big life decision, but let's keep it simple. Imagine your thyroid gland is like a relationship. There are three kinds. First, monogamy, where only one part of your thyroid has a problem. Second, we have what we call bigamy, where two parts or even the whole thyroid is affected by the sickness. And the third, which is the most serious, is polygamy, where the problem has spread outside the thyroid to your lymph nodes. When the doctor tells you that you have papillary thyroid carcinoma, even if it's just on one side, it's like you're in a relationship that needs to end for your own good. Facing this diagnosis is like admitting you need to break up. It's not easy. Lots of questions, lots of fear. Why do they need to remove everything if only one part has a problem? Can't they save half of it? These are valid questions that bother patients. But in medicine, especially with cancer, the decision isn't just based on what you see now. The decision is based on preventing possible problems in the future. Choosing the right kind of operation is like choosing a path that will give you the best chance for a peaceful and healthy future, far from complications. That's why talking about a total thyroidectomy isn't just about removing an organ. It's a commitment to a new life. It's the ultimate breakup with a toxic relationship called cancer. Our goal isn't just to remove the problem now, but to make sure it doesn't come back to mess up your life again. Understanding your options, whether partial or total thyroidectomy, is the first step to being in control of your health journey. You need to know the pros and cons, the risks and the benefits of each so you can make the best decision with your doctor. When we look at it, monogamy or removing just one lobe sounds good at first. It's like you're trying to save the relationship. But in the world of papillary thyroid carcinoma, this monogamy comes with risks. PTC, even if it's small, can be a two-timer. It can also show up on the other side of your thyroid in the future. So even if the solution seems simple, we need to think carefully if it's enough to protect you in the long run. We'll talk about why sometimes the best thing to do is a complete separation. The main reason doctors often recommend a total thyroidectomy, even if the cancer is only in one lobe, is for peace of mind and more effective treatment. Think of it like cleaning a house that has termites. It's not enough to just remove the part you see is damaged. You need to make sure there are no termites left that could start damaging other parts of the house again. Papillary thyroid carcinoma is known for being multifocal, meaning there might be tiny cancer cells that aren't yet visible on an ultrasound or scan, but are already in the other, seemingly healthy lobe of the thyroid. When the entire thyroid gland is removed, the next step in treatment, called radioactive iodine therapy, becomes easier and more effective. RAI therapy is like a detective that searches for and kills any remaining thyroid cells in your body, including cancer cells that might have spread. If half of your thyroid is left, the radioactive iodine will go there, and it won't be able to properly target the cancer cells that are in other places. A total thyroidectomy allows the RAI therapy to be more focused and more successful in eliminating any remaining threat to your health. Another important reason is monitoring after the operation. When the entire thyroid is gone, it's easier to track if the cancer comes back. This is done through a blood test that measures the level of thyroglobulin. Thyroglobulin is a protein that only thyroid cells make. If the entire thyroid has been removed, your thyroglobulin level should be 0 or almost 0. If it suddenly goes up, it's a clear sign that the cancer might be coming back. If you have half of your thyroid left, you'll always have thyroglobulin in your blood, so it's harder to tell if the level is due to the remaining healthy tissue or because the cancer is coming back. In short, a total thyroidectomy is a smart decision. It's a way to reset the situation, giving you and your doctor a cleaner slate for treatment and monitoring. It's choosing a path with fewer what-ifs and more certainty. While it means taking medicine for life, for many patients, what you get in return, a lower chance of recurrence and easier monitoring, is a trade-off that's worth it for long-term peace of mind. Now, let's talk about the danger if only part of it is removed. Choosing a partial thyroidectomy or lobectomy is like breaking up with a toxic ex, but you're still friends with them on social media. You're letting them stay in your life, even in a small way. The problem is, this decision gives your ex, the cancer, a chance to come back. Papillary thyroid carcinoma can have a recurrence or come back in the remaining thyroid tissue. Studies show that the chance of recurrence in the remaining lobe can be as high as 5 to 10%, which is a big number when we're talking about your health. The bigger problem is, if the cancer does come back, you'll need a second operation to remove the remaining thyroid. A second operation on the neck is more complicated and more dangerous than the first. The scar tissue from the first operation makes it harder to separate the tissues and identify important structures like the parathyroid glands that control calcium and the recurrent laryngeal nerve that controls your voice. Because of this, there's a higher risk of permanent damage to these structures, which can cause lifelong problems with calcium or hoarseness. Imagine the emotional and mental stress this causes. After you've gone through the fear and worry of the first diagnosis and operation, you thought it was over. But because of recurrence, you have to face all of that again. The stress of another operation, the fear of possible complications, and the worry that the situation might be worse now. This is an emotional roller coaster that could have been avoided if the entire thyroid was removed from the start. A total thyroidectomy, in many cases, is a way to fight the hard battle only once, instead of splitting it into 2 possible rounds. That's why this decision isn't just about saving an organ. It's about saving you from potential physical and emotional hardship in the future. Removing the entire thyroid is like blocking your ex on all social media, deleting their number, and completely cutting ties. It's hard at first, but it's the cleanest and safest way to make sure they can't come back to mess up your new, peaceful life. Choosing a total thyroidectomy is choosing a more certain future. After the ultimate breakup with your thyroid, you'll start a new forever relationship. This is your lifelong commitment to a small pill called levothyroxine. Don't be scared of the word lifelong. This is your new loyal and stable partner. Levothyroxine is a man-made version of the thyroid hormone that your thyroid gland used to make. Since your thyroid is gone, you need to give your body this hormone every day to stay healthy and full of energy. This will replace the lost function of your thyroid. Taking levothyroxine every day is simple. Usually you take it in the morning, about 30 to 60 minutes before breakfast, to make sure your body absorbs it well. Your doctor will set the right dose for you, and they'll regularly check your blood levels to make sure your hormone levels are just right. Your relationship with levothyroxine isn't complicated. It's predictable, stable, and always there for you. It's not like cancer that changes all the time, and you don't know what it's going to do next. Just one levo is enough, and it will be your faithful companion. Let's look at the pros and cons. With a partial thyroidectomy, the pro is you might not need medicine, but the con is the risk of recurrence and a second operation. With a total thyroidectomy, the con is needing lifelong medicine, but the big pro is a lower risk of recurrence, more effective follow-up treatment, and easier monitoring for cancer coming back. For many, the benefits of a total thyroidectomy outweigh the hassle of taking one pill every day. It's a small sacrifice for greater peace. Going through a thyroidectomy isn't an end. It's a beginning. The start of a new chapter where you are in control of your health. It's the start of a life free from the fear and worry caused by cancer. Your new forever with levothyroxine is a symbol of your strength and success. It shows that you chose life, you chose health, and you're ready to do everything for a brighter and more peaceful tomorrow. Embrace this new beginning with hope and courage.